What's up, guys? Graylan Stewart here with another video. Today is Work Wednesday. If you're new to my channel, thanks for joining me. But this is the day that I basically do my vlogs, talk about whatever's happening, nothing really planned. Just kind of going through the normal day. So this is Wednesday morning, just getting started, just checking in, our system, just going through a lot of different things. So basically, my operations manager has been on vacation for the last week, and I'm excited that I think she's coming back today, so she'll probably be logging in any second. But man, it's tough. So it makes me appreciate her even more since she's been gone, because I've been the one doing all the training and all that kind of thing. Because we're like I've said in previous video, we're in growth mode, so we are actively pursuing more employees, trying to ramp up every position just so that we can handle more. Because like I've been saying for a year now, our goal is to hit 1 million per month, and not one time but every single month. So that's kind of the goal. So obviously with those kind of goals, you have to staff up to be able to do that. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I definitely appreciate her even more, because I'm falling behind on the normal things that I do, like making content, for example, but also just the normal day-to-day things I typically would do. I'm usually busy with meetings and, different things like that. I've had to put a lot of that to the side, because we've got 2 brand new acquisition managers. Well, one's been with us a while, but she was lead follow-up, and we promoted her to acquisition manager. So a lot of training, because it's still a different position. And then we have a brand new one that started, a week or so ago. So it's just a lot of training. Obviously we have SOPs, but you still want to actively, you want to actively train people to make sure that they're doing what they need to do, make sure they're not overwhelmed, because it is overwhelming, especially when you look at my Podio. There's so much going on with it. It's definitely easy to be overwhelmed. So anyway, that's what I've been doing all week. But I'm super excited because tomorrow my wife and I are leaving for Vegas. It's kind of her birthday trip. Her birthday was last week, so that's really why we're going. We just did it a week or so later just because the kids are out of school, so it's easier to kind of maneuver that when they're not in school, at least. But in other notes, we started our Lamasaw Leads, which is our cold calling company. There is a link in the description if you're interested, because it has been the best lead source, not just cold calling company, but the best lead source that I've ever had since I've been doing this business for 4 years now. It's definitely next level. So let me tell you a little bit of why. And I'm not pitching this because I want you to use my link, so I get credit for it. I don't really care about that. I just tell you my real life experiences, y'all. Good, bad, and ugly. This happens to be one of the really good ones. So this is a cold calling company. I basically met the owner at a mastermind in October. A bunch of high level people there. So we met, and I ended up signing up with him, I think in January, but he was backed up, because they only onboard a certain amount of customers per month or whatever. So we actually started with him April 1st. But to back up a little bit, cold calling, even last year, was one of my top 3 lead sources, because I always did cold calling in-house with my own Filipino cold calling team. So I typically always ran 4 to 5 cold callers at all times. And it wasn't amazing, but when I say it's one of my best lead sources, I'm talking about ROI, because when you can pay Filipinos $5 to $7 per hour and you get 1 or 2 deals a month, that's a pretty big ROI. So I'm talking ROI, not number of deals. So that was really big for us, and it was great, but it was still never that great, as far as the lead quality goes. We didn't get a ton of leads when I did it in-house. We would get maybe 1 or 2 on a really good day, but typically 3 to 5 leads a week is pretty much what we usually got. So, and that would end up turning into 1 to 2 deals per month. So it wasn't terrible, but the ROI was good, because when you factor that out, cold callers, $5-6 an hour over however many hours. All of mine only work 20 hours a week. So when you multiply that out, times 4, and what you get, our average assignment fee last year was 20,000. So when you're making 40,000 off of that, let's just say they're on average 6, because I had them between 5 and 7. 6 times 20 times 5, so that's 600 a week times 4. So when you're spending $2,400 a week, but it's bringing you $40,000 a month, that's a good ROI, right? So that's why we kept doing it, And I probably should have ramped it up more to add more cold callers. But nevertheless, I met Scott with Lamasaw Leads in October at a mastermind in Miami. We connected. I finally signed up with them like in January or February, but we started April 1st, okay? So what makes them different and better, in my opinion, is their leads are scored. So they score their own leads, right? So when they bring them to you, they're scored 3 ways. They have in-range, above range, and retail, right? So the in-range leads are fire leads. These are super hot. So these are typically people that have agreed to accept an offer between 40 to 70% of the ARV, right? And that's money. So 40 to 70% of ARV, really all we have to do is close them, right? So that doesn't mean they've already agreed to that price necessarily, but that's the price range that they have said, yeah, they'd be willing to do in that ballpark, right? So those leads are live transferred to my acquisitions team. So literally, we have a Slack channel with them. They'll say, hey, we need a closer needed right now because we've got a hot one on the line, right? So one of my team members say, yes, I'm available. So they immediately transfer the call to us. So it rings our acquisition phone number, which rings, everybody's phone number that's online in acquisitions, it rings. So whoever is available, if they're not already on the call or doing follow-ups or whatever, whoever answers the call gets the lead, right? So those are in-range leads, and they're usually super hot, and they're live transferred to us, which makes it even better, so we can get them while they're hot too. And then the second level is above range leads. So above range is typically they want 70 to like 90% of ARV. So it's still a good lead. We've closed some of those in the past too, not just with them, but just in general, right? When people want more, you can still make deals out of that because they don't necessarily always just want that price. That's just what you've mentioned and they're cool with, right? So anyway, so those are above range. And then we have retail leads that are like 95 to maybe 105% of ARV, which some of those might be good for creative finance or potentially novations if you can get them down, a little bit. So anyways, but the majority of our leads, so on average, we get 3 to 5 of these leads every single day. And the majority of those leads are actually in-range leads, meaning the hot leads that are 40 to 70% of ARV. So your opportunities are a lot better. The point is, I was just looking at the stats a little bit ago. The point is, we got 54 leads in the month of April. We actually signed 5 contracts out of those 54 leads. And I think 3 to 6 of those, I can't remember the exact numbers because it was probably an hour ago that I was looking. 3 to 6 of those, somewhere in that range, are super interested still. So we'll probably end up getting deals on those. And then the rest of them are still nurturing, right? So who knows if we'll end up getting deals from those leads or not. But nevertheless, I can imagine getting probably 10 deals from those initial calls and those initial leads in that first month. So in the month of May so far, we've had around 45 or so leads, I believe, in that ballpark. Done 2 contracts already, and there's like 21 of them that are actually super interested still. So even out of those 21 super interested, even if we get a third of those or a quarter of those, that's a lot of deals, right? So long story short, Lamasu leads, as far as a monthly cost, it's kind of high, but when you really think about the cost, with the amount of calls that they're making. So we typically get, I think what we get is 5,000 calls, 5,000 dials per day, right? So my normal cold callers, when I had 5 running at part-time per day, they were doing, I think, 300 to 400 calls each per day, right? So let's just say it's 400. Let me do the math real fast. So that 400 times 5 callers in a day is 2,000 dials, right? And we're getting 5,000 dials. So we're getting, literally 2.5 times that amount. And not only that, they are better callers. Some of their callers we've requested recordings. Some of them are as good as actual closers, right? And some of them still have the accents like the Filipinos do and all that thing, but they get beyond that and they get, around that because they're good at their script. They know objections like the back of their hand, so they can handle those things. So it's super impressive when you're listening to those calls, but especially the ones that really sound American and they sound like a closer. Those are really impressive. But nevertheless, when you think about that, so my callers are doing 2,000. So if we were to do 5, I would have to double that, so 10. But then 2 more probably would be half. So 12, basically 12 callers that I was using times 6. That's 72 times 20 hours in a day times 4. So yeah, that would be like almost $6,000 a month for my own callers, right? Compared to Lamassu, I think I pay like $8,000 a month. So it's more, but we get 3 to 5 hot leads a day, as opposed to with the callers we had previously. With my in-house ones, we were getting 3 to 5 leads a week. So if I doubled that, we would get maybe 5 to 10 leads a week, maybe 2 to 4 deals, out of that per month. And as it is with Lamassu or Lansall, we got 5 the first month, and we're going to get better because we're still figuring out how to handle their leads, how to really transition the call from them to us, and all that kind of thing. So we're still working through some of that. So we're brand new at it, is the point. And I was doing my in-house cold calling for a few years. So anyways, enough of that soapbox, but nevertheless, it's worth it. Just from those 5 deals we signed, we'll probably make about $100,000. We've already closed on 30 of it. So spending 8 to get 100, it's a no-brainer. But we'll actually end up probably more than that. We'll end up making at least 150, because we'll definitely close 2 or 3 more leads from those initial leads in that 30 days. So I'm betting on like maybe a minimum of it bringing an extra $100,000 to my business, just from that one call center, from that one lead source, as opposed to we were making, probably if we were getting 1 to 2 deals a month, and our average was 20. Let's just say it's 1.5 then is the average, so that would be 30, making $30,000 on average with in-house, compared to now $100,000. So we literally jumped by $70,000. If you think about it like that. And that's one lead source, y'all. I do every single marketing channel. If you haven't realized that yet, I've talked about that a lot. But I literally do everything you can do. I think the only thing that I don't do is billboards. Everything else, you name it, and yes, we actively do it right now. So that's that. I think we can definitely get to $1 million a month if I ramp up all the different marketing channels that are really, really producing. Like radio is really, really good for us. TV is kind of up and down. I'm still too new at it to give it a true judgment. It's been almost 2 months now. We've definitely done, I think, 5 or 6 deals from it, but it's always those smaller towns, so it's harder to sell those deals. But we do get them cheaper, so a lot of those I'll end up closing on myself to hotel. So we'll still make money on them, but I prefer wholesaling. It's just easier and cleaner, safer, and that's our main strategy, is wholesaling real estate, right? So the more we can do of that, the better. But also we are closing on 2 deals tomorrow, so that's exciting as well. And one of those, I believe, is a Lamassu lead, which is like another $10,000. But anyway, it's a $17,000 deal and a $10,000 deal. So that'll be another $27,000 tomorrow, and one of which is Lamassu. So that'll be 3 deals closed already out of those 5 as of tomorrow. So that's exciting as well. They might be the 17,000 one. All I know is the 5 added up to be like 90-something thousand, and then hopefully we'll end up getting. We're hoping we'll get 2 or 3 more deals from those leads this next week, because there's so many of them that are so close. I mean, literally, we could probably have 10 to 15 more contracts before the end of the month, just with all the super interested leads from those cold call leads, because we've got the 3 to 6 or whatever from April still, and we've got 21 of them that are super hot right now. So out of that 25 or so leads, man, I could see us getting half of those within the next week or 2 at least. So that could be huge for us. So it could be even better than I'm thinking. But nevertheless, I'm excited to go on vacation with my wife to Vegas. Much needed. I mean, we went to Dominican Republic earlier this month. Was it this month? Yeah, it was just a couple weeks ago. So that was awesome. But Vegas is different. It's a different kind of vacation, right? So I do love the hustle and bustle and the busyness of it. I love the shows. I like the people watching. I like the walking around. I love the gamble, you know, so it's like right up my alley. It's just like New York. I love New York too. So I'm excited to go there. Next month I'll be in Houston. I don't know if any of y'all are going to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs event. If you're interested in going to that, it is in Houston. I believe it's the last weekend of the month, so it's literally about a month away. If you're interested in going, I could probably get some kind of discount for you if you hit me up. I'm good friends with the guy running it, so that'll be a good event. It's always fun just to be around like-minded people, so that'd be cool. If you go, we could meet up in person, so that'd be awesome. And then that's June, so also in about 2 weeks I'll be going to Oklahoma City because they have the tax sale. So I've gone to the tax sale the last 2 years. I bought 5 properties each year, so who knows, this year I might buy 5 more or none, you never know, or more. And then early July we are going to Orlando, Disney World, me and my family, all 6 of us, so that'll be exciting as well. So, and that's really it, guys. I'm just kind of looking through our lead sources. I definitely have done more training this week than I've done in a long time because I've had my operations manager do a lot of that stuff, onboarding people and training and all those kind of things. So that's been really nice. I've definitely learned to appreciate her even more. So obviously I'm training her to be my COO, hopefully by the end of 2022. That's the goal. We're running behind, as far as training goes, as far as where I think we should be tracking, because, I'm trying to teach her every single aspect of my business so she can completely run it and be the go-to person in every way, right? Right now, she's definitely learning. She definitely knows acquisitions inside and out, learning transactions and dispo still. She's definitely already learned a lot of the marketing type stuff, a lot of the system type stuff, but still a long way to go. So anyways, hopefully this was a beneficial video to you guys, but let me know. Hey, by the way, anything that I ever talk about in my videos, like I said, I keep it real, so it's always the truth, right, about whatever it is. It's good and bad. But I always have links in the description. Some of them are affiliate links, just to be transparent. Some of them are just links, just because it's what I use, right? So I only promote things that I actively use right now, not what I used to use or not what I hope to use or not what people tell me to use. It's actively things that I'm using in my business today. So anytime that I change that, I go and delete and change out links, to what I'm actually using right now. So anyways, hopefully that makes sense. But hit me up. You can leave me some comments. Let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out, so I'd appreciate it. So I can keep doing this content, right? So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.